Hi everybody, Richard Gibney here with Ballroom Journey. We're a part of the programming at the Middletown Arts Center, and welcome back to our virtual class online. Today we are continuing with the Latin motion technique. In the first half of the first, we did last week, parts 1, 2, and 3. Just a quick recap. We talked about the 4 parts of the foot, which is why I danced in my socks. Toe, heel, knee, toe, ball, instep, heel, then the knee, and then the hip went, right? Toe, ball, instep, heel, and then the knee and the hip. We also talked about use of the hips for a figure 8 action when you're dancing versus just going side to side. So as I straighten out the leg, the hip goes forward to come back. I close and it goes forward to come back. And then we started talking about rib isolation, is to kind of open up the side to move one way and then the other way when we're dancing the body. And this is where I want to pick up today for parts 4, 5, and 6. It's easy to do this all in one video because it all rolls together versus the individual foundation from the previous session. So let's get started with part 4. The rib cage, and hopefully this will translate well with this on my body here, is the side that stretches, the side we're dancing to, we isolate the rib cage, that's the side of the rib that is stretching or is elongating. The other side is a feeling of crunching, as if I'm trying to bring my hip to my shoulder, right? So that's the crunch side. I'm getting ahead of myself, but part 5 is also lifting the hip to help get you there. That's part 5, but I'll come back in a second. So I'm stretching one side, elongating one side, but I'm crunching the opposite side. And as I close, I switch. I've elongated the right side, but now I'm crunching the left side, and I lift the hip, part 5, to go. Hopefully this is making sense and you can feel that. Sometimes it's easier to feel the crunching and the elongating side more than the lift hip right away. So if I go to the right, I'm going to stretch out that right rib. I'm crunching the left rib, and as I change weight, part 5 is I'm lifting the hip up, and then I'm settling it to begin the next section, and then obviously the rib cage switches. The left side is elongating, the right side crunches. I lift the hip, and I transition, stretching out the right side, crunching the left, and then I switch, and I go the other way. Right, so from the back side, hopefully this will show up well. If I go to the left, I am stretching the left, I'm crunching the right side, picking the hip up, sending it forward and back. And now, hopefully you can see I'm crunching my left side and elongating the right side. Switching and going again. Lift, swing it through, lift, and swing it through. Going to the right, same exact thing. I extend or expand the right side. Left side is crunching. I lift the hip, dance the rib and the hip, switch. Stretch and crunch the left side, and back, and through again. And hopefully you can see all of that transitioning. Hopefully the scarves are trying to enhance that motion. So part 5, which I touched base on a few times now, is lifting the hip versus just doing all this and keeping the hip flat. The lifting action adds a lot more dimension as well. It also helps you with that presence that you want to try and develop as we go along. So part 5 is lifting the hip. If I go backward, check, boom, I lift the hip to go back, or if I'm going forward, I still lift the hip, right? I'm crunching the hip to go forward, to begin. So it goes everywhere, not just on the side action, but it is easier to see on the side action, but it's present everywhere. While all of this is going on, your back muscles are stretching up one side of your back and the other side is pulling down opposition. So the side that is elongating, so if I go to the left, the side that is elongating, my back is stretching up and down, up. But the other side, it's pulling more downward. And I switch, and now my right side is lifting up, my left side is pulling down. And again, it's more of the back for that part. Okay, so that's parts 4 and 5, and this will take some time to do. It's not something easy you're going to do right away. And again, it's something you take back to your instructor once we resume our non-social distancing during quarantine. Okay, so part 6 is continuing with the rib cage. Now, the rib cage isn't just side to side. We also want to dance motion or a figure 8 action with the ribs. So if you've been practicing, moving your rib cage all around, you want to think of dancing one side to the diagonal and the other side to the diagonal. And I believe I mentioned this last session as well. So if I'm dancing, I'm going to forget everything else for a second. If I'm dancing to the left, I want to dance my rib cage over the ball of the foot. Not both of them, just one breast eye, for lack of a better body positioning, body part. So I'm dancing my left rib over the ball of my foot, and as I switch, I'm going to dance the right side, right breast eye, over the ball of the foot. And I know those aren't not really a real word, but it will stay with you, and that's the point. So if I go side, diagonal with the rib, diagonal with the rib, forward, diagonal, diagonal, backward, right? So that's all 6 parts for your Latin motion. Yes, it's a bit complicated. Yes, it's a lot. Yes, you have to do this in your cha-cha, your mambo, your salsa, but your merengue, your bachata, but start off with rumba rhythm, and you can do it all at half speed. So rather than doing quick, quick, slow, you just take it each beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I do all that for you from top to bottom, dancing the full body action, but I'm going to do it very slowly. And I'm not going to call out the crunching, elongating the knees and the hips. It's just too much to do at this point. But hopefully I'll over-exaggerate this for you so you can see what it looks like. And I'll do it facing the camera as well as backing the camera for you. So if I'm dancing sideways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the reverse side. Hopefully this is working. These are working. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this concludes today's technique class, and I hope you get a lot out of this. And again, it's something to take with you back with your instructor to work on once you have completed quarantining, sheltering in place. I encourage you to take each section as its own piece and build up that way. Don't try and do everything all at once. Focus on the feet and build your way all the way up to the shoulders and the ribs. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Good luck. Bye.